make sure you're subscribed to Jerk Crispy.
Alright, here we go. What's up, y'all? It's show some most that's the most Crispy. We're back in the video. We back. Today what I got y'all is the Pharrell effect. Beautiful. I just want you to know you're my baby girl. Nah, I just need to drink some more water. Then I can hit y'all with that beautiful. I just want you to know you're my baby girl. My favorite song by Pharrell, hands down. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe for all the social media go pop on the screen. Y'all already know we're on the road to 500, and let's get it.
Do you know how Pharrell and Chad tore up the charts in the 2000s?
I do, Chad.
Here's how. And then this track was made.
I'm the neighborhood pusher. Call me subwoofer.
They could create a
I might have to turn a little bit down, a little bit on some of these.
beat with nothing more than tongue clicks and spray can sounds, from which Drop It Like It's Hot eventually came to be.
When the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
They left a huge impact on music, but we'll only be talking about Pharrell today, the person who in the past decade has created timeless hit tracks.
Because I'm happy.
Pharrell's love for music started when he was still a kid. The first instruments he played were the drums. He studied at school in Virginia, where he met none other than Chad Hugo, who became one of the most important people in Pharrell's life. His cousin, Timbaland, went to the same school. Yeah, they really are cousins. However, Missy Elliott and Pusha T, with Malice from Clips, also went there. Pharrell and Chad performed so well at a school talent show that they impressed the legendary producer Teddy Riley. Without hesitation, he took them under his wing, and the duo received the name the Neptunes. And when Riley wrote a verse for the track Rump Shaker, Pharrell didn't like it.
Well, Pharrell was the guy who had the vision. When he came and said, man, I think the rap is not commercial enough. It's not capturing. I don't think it's capturing. Now, let me do something for you. And he went and wrote my rap for Rump Shaker.
Wow.
Picture this. A 19-year-old kid had the courage to say that to a producer who worked with Michael Jackson and Bobby Brown. Riley liked what Pharrell wrote, and that's how Rump Shaker for Rex-N-Effect came to be.
Yeah, I'm cutting out some of the songs.
The song became a hit, making it Pharrell's debut contribution to the industry. In the following years, the young producer was perfecting his craftsmanship in recordings of his mentor Riley, and his voice can be heard in the Right Here remix of the SWV Band.
Yeah, so he the one sampled that. Okay, cool.
He turned out to be one of the songwriters of the track Tonight's the Night for the Blackstreet Band. Riley School instilled in Pharrell an understanding of grooves and melodies, which quickly became his signature style. And by the late 90s, the Neptunes began generating their own sound that was minimalistic, bold, and full of pauses and unusual sounds. In 1998, the duo gained recognition with a series of groundbreaking works. They produced Mace's hit song, Looking at Me, Nori's experimental rap banger, Super Thug. These tracks, alongside their daring, bouncy beats and jingling synthetic riffs, stood out against the background of...
Oh yeah, so basically, in most of, I don't know, they playing songs back to back, so that's why I'm putting on mute, going back, muting, going back, and like muting. So if y'all understand what I'm doing, that's what I'm really doing. Yeah, and I think Pieces by Pieces, Pieces by Pieces, that Lego movie explained what every song that he did with everything, with everybody, and every great songs and stuff like that. Him and Chad, the Chad nigga.
Everything that sounded on the radio.
Yeah, we light a candle.
Simplicity from the Neptunes showed that sometimes it's enough just to have a beat and a powerful hook. Everything else is not necessary. And you know what? It was using such a simple formula that the guys decided to conquer the charts with
Hey, hello.
Hard, I'm the Jack.
In the early 2000s, radio stations one after the other played songs that integrated a barely audible but recognizable signature, the production of the duo from Virginia. And here the guys decided to work with Britney Spears. She transformed from a nice girl to a daring and sexual star. Such a transformation was possible thanks to Pharrell and Chad. Just compare the shift here.
Sometimes I run, sometimes I hide, sometimes I'm scared, I'm not trying to hide. Baby, don't you wanna?
Fun fact, they originally wrote this song for Janet Jackson, but she refused it. The risky track brought Britney international publicity. Her performance with a live python at the 2001 MTV
Yeah, that's something I ain't lying to you. I wouldn't be playing with no python. She bold enough to do that. See, when that python just got tired of her tossing them, braiding around, she would have snapped it. She would have been dead. That python would have had a nice good meal from the live stage.
VMA was discussed by everyone. Simultaneously elevated the Neptunes as producers who can drastically alter how artists sound. The success was gaining momentum, and in the following year, already the Hot in Here hymn, performed by Nelly, catapulted to the first spot in the charts.
So baby, tell me what's the use? I said it's getting hot in here. So take off all your...
In parallel, Pharrell helped launch Justin Timberlake's solo career. Half of the tracks in his debut album titled Justified were produced by the Neptunes.
Still wanted to say Neptunes. Don't even say Neptunes. Kill these motherfuckers. So when we go get that Grammy, I'm gonna have the shirt on that say Neptunes.
The songs Like I Love You and Rock Your Body demonstrated how a mix of R&B
Don't fit the winner, walk away, dance with me, no. Da, 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 da. Baby, wanna rock you, girl. It's mine, little more. Move to the left, move it to the right. Don't wait now to walk away. Man, I need you to dance with me. Rock to me, boy. I can have you naked into this song.
R&B, funk, and pop from Pharrell could transform a former boy band singer into a full-fledged pop star.
Hold on. Ooh, hold on. Hey, hold on. Justin, hold on.
And do you know who produced the other half of the songs in the album? Timbaland. By the way, Pharrell thinks that Timbaland is better than him. Do you agree with him on this?
Timbaland has always been better than me. Period.
In any case, Timberlake got lucky. And did you know that every single track except one were actually written for Michael Jackson? But he didn't like them.
Say that again.
Every single track except one were actually written for Michael Jackson. But he didn't like them, and he wanted something similar to Super Thug, which he had done for Nori. Michael Jackson's executive
Michael Jackson always wanted to write his own music. He never ever wanted nobody to write his music. And you could tell by his face expression in that video that he didn't want nobody to write how he write. Cause do you see my child? I'm searching for that wonder in my heart. Like pirates. This is you know.
producer John McClane called Pharrell and said,
Man, Michael don't want that shit. He want the shit You giving Noriega. And I'm like,
I immediately thought of Michael with the Crips and the Bloods picture.
By 2003, the Neptunes' influence was super strong. Legend has it that in 1 month in the year of 2003, they were responsible for nearly half of the songs going on air in American radio stations. If we were to reference a survey, then we see that 43% of songs were produced by them. And do you think that their peak ended there? Nope. Not only that, their songs were played everywhere, from clubs to school dances. But even Beyonce, who had left Destiny's Child, started working with them and released with the Neptunes a daring funk track called Work It Out for the movie Austin Powers in Goldmember.
Can't wait for the bedroom. Oh, just hear the
And wherever there's Beyonce, there's always Jay-Z.
Oh, God.
Jigga invited Pharrell to the recording of the chorus in his hit song, Excuse Me, Miss. And he even trusted the duo to lead his farewell album, the Black Album. Well, at least it was supposedly so.
You do this back, Maybach roof is back.
I really think you stop playing songs to back.
Tell the whole world the truth is back.
Everywhere you look at the top of the charts, you see their production work.
Are we living in a dream?
Hey, can y'all stop putting songs back to back, though? God damn, I hate the copyright, and I'm definitely not trying to get a strike. Like, fuck. That man just sound like Ben 10. Hold on.
Are your eyes still green, girl?
I will single out the song Milkshake, which was produced for Khalees. This track became not just a hit, but a cultural phenomenon as well. The Neptunes' minimalism and provocative chorus made the song an actual meme in the 2000s.
milkshake brings out better than yours.
To mention his work with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
At that time, Snoop obviously wasn't going through the best of times after leaving Death Row. Yeah, sure, he was on Dr. Dre's album, and he definitely played his role, but he had a background role. And so, when Dre began productively working with Eminem and no longer had time for Snoop, this is where Pharrell came in and gave the gangster a whole new sound. In the 2002 album called Paid the Cost to Beat a Boss, their first collab song together went by the name of Beautiful. And it actually became the most popular song from this record.
I just want you to
What's most
know
interesting is that
you're my
Pharrell didn't like this
favorite
song
girl.
because, in his opinion, his singing on the recording was flat.
Yeah.
Well, in 2004 already, with the release of Rhythm and Gangsta, the masterpiece, the one and only Drop It Like It's Hot came out.
When the pimp's in the crib, ma.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
It's not just a beat. It's a sound design out of nothing. Tongue clicks, bottle sounds, finger snapping, and pauses which pumped stronger than any bass could.
I made the beat. I started putting like spray cans on it. You did. You did. That's what you did. You was like, "Nigga, I need to throw that on there too. Put that on there."
The sound effect was somebody spray painting some gang shit on the wall. I'm like, this is really into this shit right here.
As Snoop says, prior to getting to know Pharrell, thought he needed to be tough to be respected. But Pharrell introduced him to a whole new side, where he would be happy and smiling, all while being respected doing so. Which is why, at this point in time, he stepped away from his gangster image.
Because I just feel like I'm the best version of myself is, as a producer, is I'm like a mirror for people. I try to show them sides of themselves that they don't ever use. It's like when people take selfies, they only use like one side all the time. So I'm the guy that's like, hey, you know, God made another side. Like, it's very interesting. You should try it.
By the way, Pharrell recounted how he once inhaled smoke that was coming from Snoop Dogg at the studio, and after that, he could no longer continue working and hardly made it home.
The next thing I know, Snoop is tapping me on my shoulder. Everyone's in the room because, of course, it's Stevie Wonder. The booth is that way, in the glass. I'm sitting here. Snoop is on my shoulder going, "Produce the Pharrell." He right there. Produce the. He waiting on you right now. So now, I want the seat to swallow me up because I am so high that I'm paranoid. Bro, do you know how scared I was? I left the session.
At approximately the same time, Pharrell worked with artist Gwen Stefani, and they made the hit song Holla Back Girl. Listening to this beat, you can tell that it's just as simple and minimalistic as was the case with Drop It Like It's Hot. You're probably wondering what the result of the collab work was. It was the first solo hit at #1 for Gwen Stefani, and yet another triumph for Pharrell.
And I don't, and the song was alright, girl.
He also had a collaboration with Madonna. The song Give to Me was obviously produced by him.
That's a bit good beat, huh?
Track for Beyonce.
Oh my God. We're just gonna get all the songs in here, huh?
He helped Mariah Carey bring back the fame she once had.
We're just getting all the songs in here, huh? Every.
And Chad became rock stars in the production industry. Their style, which consisted of sports tracksuits, chains, and the ever-present baseball caps, became iconic. I think Pharrell had one of the most stylish chains in the history of hip-hop. This one right here cost him $1 million. But if we are to talk about music, then each one of their new works was eagerly anticipated by artists and labels. By the way, Pharrell never planned to be a solo artist. However, he had accumulated a few songs he simply just had to put out. He said the following in an interview once: "To be honest, songs that I ended up putting out by myself were always songs I wrote for other people. I made Frontin' for Prince, and even Happy, I wrote that for CeeLo. We'll talk about Happy a little later." And so, he wrote the melody and chorus for Prince, but he didn't like it. He even wrote another version, but it still didn't appeal to him. The song we're referring to right now is Frontin', which Pharrell himself showed up in together with Jay-Z.
So you think about a change.
But I'm structured. You know I want you to know I waited a running more. I was just fronting. I was just fronting, girl.
You find yourself trying to do my dance, maybe 'cause you love me.
In this track, Pharrell showed up in such a cool way that fans waited for him to release something. He was in no hurry, as he wanted his album to match the high expectations. The recording of this project dragged on for a few years, and Pharrell just couldn't find the ideal sound for his album. He wanted to find an ideal balance between rapping and singing, but as you've understood, it didn't work out. The album, which received the name In My Mind, didn't make an impact, and it didn't even come close to the height that he used to get from his work as a producer. Even Jay-Z and Kanye West's verses didn't save the situation. Many decided that it's best for Pharrell to continue producing than to rap.
Rest of the coochie and the feelings got cuffed. Spiderweb sex
Damn, bro.
must have got caught up, but there's more to it. I remember once.
However, sometime later, many began positively responding to the album. Tyler, the creator, who used to call himself Pharrell's main fan,
There go Tyler right there.
said that this album had influenced his generation. But at that time, it was a blow for Pharrell. Because later on, a few years later, somewhere between 2008 and 2012, he basically had no hit songs at all. Many thought that Pharrell had to retire and give way for the younger ones. But Pharrell did not give up. And here, he got to know the French duo Daft Punk and the legendary guitarist Nile Rodgers. And they released Get Lucky. It settled on the disco throwback in the summer of 2013 before there came out another super hit with Pharrell's voice, a provocative R&B funk piece called Blurred Lines. It was performed by Robin Thicke, featuring T.I. and Williams himself.
I'm trying to say.
Ford found Blurred Lines to be too similar to the Marvin Gaye classic Got to Give It Up. Pharrell and Robin Thicke had to pay up millions of dollars in compensation. It was a blow for his reputation.
It's always somebody in the family hating on somebody else. Like, damn, let the song go be. His name disrespecting. He just sampling your stuff. You acting like you handcraft that beat. You ain't handcraft that beat. If you handcraft that beat, boy, I would get on my knees and say, you know what, you did your big one on that one. But if you ain't handcraft that and made that beat, please step out the sides of the way. That should be a new rules right there. If you didn't handcraft that beat, I don't care. You sung the song for it. Your producer put it. If your producer, that's the only person who should come out. If your producer come out and said, "Oh yeah, this is a problem," blah blah blah, I'll take you to court for this. Then his family, let the producer who made that beat say something. Don't let the artist say something in general. I'm just like, if this was me, I'm setting the new rules. Fuck that. That's the new rules. If the producer itself don't come out on the internet and say, we're going to court with this, blah, 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 or don't send you no email or no nothing in the past 30 days, my nigga, in the past 30 days, that means that's your song. You own that song. But don't try to say, the artist made it a hit, though. You know, he put his words on it. Nigga, Michael Jackson could have made a song like that and put his own word. You know, Michael Jackson write all his songs. And write his own song and put it and make it 10 times better than what he fucking did. Like nigga, I'm just saying in general. I hate how like they be doing that stuff. They be trying to, you gotta pay them amount of money just to get the song, blah 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 blah. Like, come on, son. You know your song been like way back then. Like, nigga, when I was named born. Come on, my nigga, chill out.
But he didn't break. After that, Pharrell worked on the track Happy. The funny thing is that he recorded this track for the movie Despicable Me 2, and not for himself at all, but for CeeLo. They say the demo was cool, but Atlantic Records thought the track was out of season and does not suit the artist's style. Because of that, Pharrell once again had to perform it himself. The rest is even funnier. Pharrell sent them the first version, and the creators of the movie said it doesn't work well for them. Then he sent them version 2, and they refused it. He sent the third version. Once again, it was a no. He recorded version 4, and again, it was a no. Many in his position would have just said, "I'm done, you're driving me crazy." But he sent them for the 6th time, then the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, and on the 9th attempt already, Pharrell was running out of patience. And he thought, that's it. This will be the final attempt. The 10th time will be the last. And was only in the 10th attempt that they said yes. Happy became one of the most sold songs in the entire world in 2014, with more than 10.
Then what was wrong with number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6, number 7, number 8, and number 9? Why it took me the 10th time to sing you the same song, but I just changed my voice up and changed the memo on the beat, and I changed the VIQ and all that other stuff, and just turned it down and made it and changed it up. What, like, that's what I don't get about these wanting to be movie production. First of all, y'all the Despicable Me was not even popping. Y'all was unknown. Unknown ass niggas. Like, nigga, let an artist help you out. Damn, bro. Yeah, if I okay, so if I don't, and if they hear this and they say they don't want to work with me, that's cool. They got a lot of productions that fuck with my music. They ain't the only way.
million copies sold, and that's just on the official record. The track became a hymn of an entire generation, sounded in ads, movies, and in every party. Happy also received an Oscar nomination for the best song for a film.
Clap along if you feel like a roll is out of room. But they about to copy strike with me with that.
Could you believe Atlantic Records faced realizing their mistake for not allowing CeeLo to take on this track? In any case, around that same time, Pharrell released yet another new album titled Girl, which was perceived considerably better than the solo album prior to it. The song was used in an ad for Apple Music and in major events, further strengthening Pharrell's image as an artist who carries a positive message.
And where we're from.
I'm too structured.
For this video, I found out that Pharrell was in Kendrick Lamar's chorus for All Right.
We gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. Do you feel me? Hear me? We gonna be alright.
P, who was a A&R, he was like, because I was like, we're gonna be all right. The way I was saying it on some Virginia shit, and
that's
like,
what makes it.
Well, he corrected me to say all right, to put the R in there, and so I ended up doing it.
In the 2010s, many new artists like A$AP Rocky, Billie Eilish, and Lizzo referred to Williams as a role model to follow. And so, Pharrell became the point of contact between the eras and a bridge between the performers of the 2000s and the current scene. Here's Drake for you.
Man, fuck Drake.
Pharrell's chain.
Boy, fuck Drake, and I snatch every chain he fucking have in his neck. Man, fuck that nigga, man. And you know what? I got something for him. Just wait. It might not be now, but sooner or later, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. I'm about to get the last laugh for Pharrell and all of them. I got you, Pharrell. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Cool. And in 2017, he released an album with the band NERD. The entire time, we didn't mention. Generally speaking, NERD is actually Neptunes. However, now as artists, not as producers. They also created this group to release music which the labels didn't allow to do so through Neptunes. Oh yeah, and the abbreviation stands for No One Ever Really Dies.
Our personalities are energy. You know, what makes you mobile as a human being is energy. And once you die, that energy goes somewhere. And so therefore, no one ever really dies.
And now about their music. The guys released a few albums. In 2001, they released In Search Of. In 2017, No One Ever Really Dies. There were a lot of big shot artists in this album, from Rihanna.
Hey Rihanna, how you been doing, guys? You know? Fine, so what you doing? Alright, bro. Just had to give her flowers. Damn, I can't tell her she fine. Calm down, she got some good hits too. Love on the Train? Must be love on the train. Got me feeling this way. Like, come on now.
Got the window down, top.
Lamar.
But I promise you, if I don't get a copy straight out of one of these videos, hey, I must just be that nigga.
Only like the track with Andre 3000, but it's unfortunate that it did not get the attention it deserved. You can't get this rhythm out of your head.
Oh, hold on, he busting that. Hold on, that's Kanye? Are you Kanye?
Could you imagine that even the friendship between Chad and Pharrell came to an end after 30 years? Turns out that in 2022, Pharrell, through his own company, applied for rights to the trademark only for himself without Chad. The latter found out and understandably took offense of that. After all, they built this brand together for 30 years. Chad announced through lawyers that Pharrell knew that we always did everything equally. It's dishonest. His lawyer even said that this is a lot like a hostile takeover. In response, Pharrell said it's a misunderstanding. He just wanted to protect the name from outsiders, and Chad was and always will be his friend. He admitted in an interview that, "We don't talk now, but I love him and will always only wish him the best." And so, they now don't work together and only communicate through lawyers. But Pharrell still speaks well about it, and many hope that they will still reconcile. I'm personally sure that they will find common ground. By the end of the decade, Pharrell Williams had turned into an actual cultural mentor. He sat in the jury for the show The Voice, coaching young singers. His subtle intuition helps him kick off the careers of new divas. And so, Ariana Grande's album Sweetener 2018, produced by Pharrell, became a pivotal moment for the singer, showing her in a whole new light.
Oh, like I thought we were just done.
Pharrell continues to release hit songs. The latest track that he produced and became a hit was the track called Timeless.
Timeless,
And
timeless,
Playboy Cardi.
timeless, timeless. Got the diamonds on my body, yeah.
5. He produced Clips' first album in 16 years, Let God Sort 'Em Out. The production was brave. Many found this release to be very corporate-like, especially in comparison with the unpolished sound of the Neptunes era. But even despite such remarks, many labeled this release as perhaps the main rap album of the year. What do you think about it?
Alright. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna read the 500. Yeah, man, that was a hard one, you know, clicking it, going back, clicking it, going back, and clicking it, going back, clicking it, going back, you know. Sorry if y'all hear like the clicking and trying to and all that other stuff, you know. It is what it is. We're gonna read the 500, man. I'm out, bro.